Real shit, I ain't coming back home. I don't wanna play daddy, so don't get me wrong. Off that, little baby wanna call back. Really acting like she's all that. It's the wolf pack, I'm the god of that. Trying to get down on your knees. Alright guys, welcome back to Say What's Real.
What's good?
I'm your host Ep.5. I got my co-host with me,
Warren, man. What's up?
We're excited to be back, guys. Today we're gonna do something a little different since it's the October,
bro.
Got a little spooky episode for you guys today. We have actually this whole month's about to be spooky stuff. So
the whole month.
Are you into Halloween, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm with not like you.
Yeah, we go overboard with this shit. Too.
Yeah, like you. I'm not with the shits like you are. Like you like dedicate. You really go in. Like,
a lot of it's Emily, bro. Like I mean, I like Halloween, but like she kind of like takes that shit overboard, dude.
But it's funny because like you, it's funny because like you take it way more serious than I do with the decorations and stuff. But you don't like scary movies like I do.
No, I don't. Actually, before we get into our topics, bro, I kind of low-key, I think it's the worst genre of movies, man.
You couldn't be more wrong.
You know? Mm-hmm. To me, it's just like, I think in the last, like, 10 or 12 years, I think I've seen, like, probably, like, 5 good scary movies. I think a lot of it's just jump scares, bro. Like,
bro, my opinion on that is you don't see, like, there's a huge, like, overseas, like if you look at a lot of the European
those ones are cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are good. Like when I was young, I used to only think that there was like, Freddy and Jason and shit. But then like I met this dude when I was working back in Kohl's back in the day. Yeah. Way back. Plug close, I guess.
Yeah.
Me. But yeah, and he started telling me about like foreign films and foreign horror, and there's some fucking serious shit out there. I mean, even the one that you showed me, which I've never even heard of, but the Dollhouse.
It was Ghost. Damn it,
something
man.
in Ghostland.
Yeah, it was like
Incident in Ghostland.
Yeah, that's a good one though, bro.
That's was good. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just one.
High Tension's pretty cool.
I was gonna tell you about High Tension. You know about that?
Yeah, I know about that. There's this other one that my mom showed me.
You low key like scary movies, though. I don't know why you're fronting. Like you don't need to front.
No,
like,
I do
to
like
the audience.
I do like scary movies. I just the genre's weird because like. The ratio of good and bad is like
you can say that with comedy. You can say that with comedy. Yeah, there's rarely a comedy that can make me laugh.
You think so?
To me, I mean, dude. Like, yeah, like when I don't go to the movies to see comedies because most of the time they're not funny to me. Rarely there's like when I went to go see Superbad, I actually laughed a lot. That was rare.
Superbad was a good one. Yeah.
But see how rare that is for something that's that funny. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, Friday, like, the first Friday, all the Fridays, like, made me laugh a lot. Will Ferrell does some stuff that makes me laugh. A lot of people don't like his shit, but Step Brothers makes me laugh. But, I mean, I'm saying, like, to me, it's hard to find, like, good movies are far in between, but...
So, like, the thing with Halloween is... there's, like, a huge misconception, because I think people think it's just, like, a kid thing, which a lot of it is. There's a second side to it.
Darker side.
A darker side. And I think that's where a lot of the adults get into Halloween, you know?
Yeah.
Like the partying, the haunted houses, the cornfields.
Yeah, the kids just know the candy.
Yeah. There is a darker side, guys. The origins of Halloween go deep. It goes way, way back.
Yeah. You did some research, man.
Yeah, I did actually. So I'm going to read some notes that I wrote. I did some research online and did some studying.
Look at you go studying.
Yeah, so Halloween, apparently it originated in ancient Celtic festivals known as Samhain. It's spelled differently, though. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Samhain or Samhain.
Probably not.
When people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. The Celts, or the Celts, who lived 2,000 years ago, who lived 2,000 years ago in the area that is now known as Ireland, the United Kingdom and Northern France, celebrated their new year on November 1st. This day marked the end of the summer and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of the year that was often associated with human death. Is it Celts? Am I saying that right? Or Celts?
I'm not sure.
So they believe that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. On the night of October 31st, they celebrated Samhain, when it was believed that the ghosts of the dead returned to Earth. That's cool. That's a cool, like, beginning.
Yeah, it is.
Don't a lot of cultures like I think like Latin cultures, they celebrate the Day of the Dead. They believe that was the day that the dead blurred. But yeah, in addition to causing trouble and damaging crops, yeah, that sounds hella fun, dude.
Yeah, it does sound fun. Getting drunk as shit.
They thought that the presence of the otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Druids or the Celtic priests to make predictions about the future, which makes sense. That's cool, dude. Yeah. For people entirely dependent on the volatile nature of the world, these prophecies were an important source to comfort and direction during the long, dark winter. To commemorate the event, Druids built huge bonfires where the people gathered to burn crops and animals and sacrifices to the Celtic deities. During the celebration, they would wear costumes, typically consisting of animal heads and skins, and attempted to tell each other's fortunes, which is hella funny. Bro, that's hella funny to me, dude. Like, hey, yo, your farm's about to die in a year. Like, can you just imagine, like, back in the day?
Yeah, it's just really interesting.
When the celebration was over, they relit their hearth fires, which they had extinguished earlier that evening, from the sacred bonfire to help protect them from the coming winter. So yeah, basically, like, Halloween's origins seemed a lot of it was in ritual.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't like,
and that's very interesting.
Why do you think they dressed up?
I don't know. Maybe to ward off these bad spirits, to try to scare them.
Like, I wonder at first if they didn't even care, like, oh, let's just put this on and it works.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy because the first thing I think about is also, like, how Native Americans would put on the
outfits,
the wolf head, and stuff like that, ritualistic.
Maybe it was meant to just be scary. Like they were supposed to just scare people.
Yeah, maybe they did. That we could, I mean, if that's the case, then you see how that evolved,
It did from 2,000 years ago,
that's
and
crazy.
when it came over into America.
2,000 years.
That's a long ass time.
That's a fucking long time.
And it lasted from then till now. I mean, now it's evolved into, like, every, kids are like, took a tweet, smell my feet,
right. But then, like you said, there's also the
darker side of Halloween.
The darker side of Halloween.
Which I like the darker side more than the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have kids, so, I mean, I know you don't have kids either. Yeah. I have nephews and nieces. I know, shout out to my nephews and nieces.
Yeah, you two guys, yep.
And I know, obviously, kids just enjoy that, and if my nephews and nieces were around, I would love to enjoy that with them. I have before doing the trick-or-treating thing.
Yeah.
But since I don't have kids, like I do, I'll put on the Halloween set, you know what I mean?
Like movies and stuff?
Michael Myers, you know what I mean? Some
That's a classic,
stuff.
Bro. That's the old, like, so out of all the old scary movies, like, I don't like Friday the 13th, I don't like Nightmare on Elm Street, because my mom and them, I don't know if you experience this. I know this guy does too, Justin. Like, when we were younger, they would talk about these scary movies like, oh, this is the scariest thing I've ever seen. And then, like, when they put on The Exorcist, I'm, like, laughing the whole time.
My mom never really tried to scare me. She would show me these movies, but she didn't, like, taunt me. My cousin Quentin's dad, Uncle Quentin, they had the same name. He used to, like, taunt us and shit.
And try to scare you guys.
Yeah, like, he had a Chucky doll. He had, like, if we were going out camping, he'd be like, you know about Camp Crystal Lake, right? This is Camp Crystal Lake, you know what I mean? So,
shit,
like,
really?
we were just, like, kids and shit. I remember, like, he would be laughing his ass off, thinking it was
Uncle
hilarious.
Quentin.
Yeah, I was like, that's grimy as shit. We'd be scared as hell, bro. Like, there are certain, relatives that definitely loved, like, getting at us, like, stuff. You know what I mean? But I agree with you. I think Halloween, the Michael Myers, I think that's one of the better, of like, just classic of the original.
The music, just the tone, music. It's realistic and a sort of, like,
and the way it came together was so, like, organic. Like, a lot of that shit wasn't even planned. Like, the mask, like, that was, like, last minute.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was
cool.
last minute. Cool, like, they thought about using a clown's mask, and then, like, they went, and that's what's the actor that from Star Trek that mask is William Shatner.
Yeah.
And so they like got a William Shatner mask and like painted it white, and like that was like last minute. It's
that's so funny, dude.
It's amazing too because like it reminds me of like where we're at. You know, just with the podcast. Like sometimes like you don't, when you blow, it's like the least expected. You know what I mean? Like I know when he was doing that movie, that's a low budget movie.
They probably didn't think it was gonna do that good.
No, well, look, it's still prevalent today. It's still
scary to me.
I know damn well when he was making that movie, he would have never thought that. No way. That you're making a movie that's gonna like, you know what I mean, be an iconic movie like that, and people are still going to be trying to redo it 35 years later, 40 years later. Like
that was my favorite part of
insane.
Halloween growing up. Is like when I was a kid, my mom, my aunts, my uncles, even like my grandparents. Not really my grandparents, but like almost my whole family was just engulfed.
Right.
And like Halloween, scary movies. I've always like grew up doing that.
Me too. I love it.
The only sucky part is like I said, like when I would watch. Like The Exorcist, House of a Thousand Corpses, my mom would be like, "This is so scary," and like when I would watch it as a teenager or like older, I would laugh at it. I'm like, "This isn't scary."
So here's my thing. Like the one thing that I do like about horror movies, and I think what makes they're one of the most challenging genres. Like, take you for an example, how you feel about horror movies.
Yeah.
To be able to scare you would be a feat. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think if you're able to scare me, then that's like you made a good scary movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think like that's a lot of people are like you, and that's the challenge is because there's such an oversaturation of like slasher bullshit.
Yeah.
That to make something that's like, you know, it level scary, or something that like makes people like you like go home and like look
like,
behind.
Damn, yeah.
That's the goal. That's like the challenge. You know, like and I think that's cool. Like. A lot of people don't succeed, but there's a few people like again that Ghostland movie, like that shit freaked me out, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like that for a couple days I was like,
it was good.
My mom watched it. I hit her up and told her to watch it. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's some serious shit, dude.
Whoever and that's another whoever did that movie. I don't remember who directed that, but. Jesus, man.
Yeah, I give you applause, bro. The guy who directed Incident in Ghostland, dude, that was a good ass movie.
Yeah, that person is a
genius, dude.
It reminded me like it was just so fucked up.
Yeah, no, it was just
the director of that and the writer they're kind of like I thought I was twisted, but they're kind of like seriously, like, there's something wrong with them, man. Like it reminded me like how remember when like seeing Texas Chainsaw Massacre like when we were young like this is kind of raw, like it's fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, that's how I felt about
like it's scary, but it's more like damn. What?
It's more more fucked up than scary.
I agree with you, bro.
But yeah, it's something about Halloween that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna play off the Incident in Ghostland thing. Like just what age, and even when you were younger, what age did you start believing in ghosts, and do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you do believe in ghosts. So what age was like the first age where Warren was like, hey, this shit's real? Like, can you think back to when you were first like...
I think I always believed that shit because my mom had told me stories of experiences that she had and seen.
Yeah.
So I know my mom don't lie, so you know what I mean? Like, and like I told you, like my mom... was the one like she didn't try to scare us. She showed us the scary shit, but she wasn't like my Uncle Quentin that was like fucking taunting us with it. She never would like try to scare us. Like
So we had like the complete opposite childhood. That's
yeah,
so
she
funny,
didn't.
dude.
She was the one that didn't troll us. She showed us the movies, but she would show us how they were. She would explain to us how they weren't real and stuff. So when she was telling me the ghost shit, I knew she wasn't bullshitting. Like I just you know how like when you know somebody, you know, like so after like she told me that I was probably like I had like 10, 11, 12.
You're like damn.
And I was like yeah, like so I mean I believed, and I didn't believe that it was something that like happened like a lot that like everybody experienced every damn day, you know.
I don't think a lot of people actually experience it.
I don't either. I'd probably say just like UFO sightings, most people want clout, but there's like
I have some pretty good ones,
There's
bro.
some that are some real shit. There's some
real
just
scary shit.
Just that people can't really explain.
I remember one time, I think it was Insidious. So if I'm wrong, Dustin, let me know. But we went to see Insidious in theaters one time. Good movie, awesome movie. We came home. All of me and my friends and my brother were sleeping in the living room. I remember waking up and I turn around on the couch and I see a guy standing at the back door. And I start freaking out and I'm waking my brother up. I'm like, Justin, get up, dude. There's someone at the back door. And I'm like shaking him. And of course, right, the second this guy gets up, there's nothing there. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, stuff like that's always happened to me as I've been growing up. So, like, yeah, I want to say I believe in ghosts, or maybe there's just something that's wrong with me. I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
Because I think a lot of the ghost videos I see, like we're going to get into that too, guys. A lot of the ghost videos that I've seen online are like not good. Like they look hella fake.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're in the age of cameras now.
Yeah.
You could get away with some whack ass ghost story if you were in the 80s.
Right.
There's no camera
but
we have cameras
like I
now.
think shit organically, like shit happens like when cameras aren't around. Like I think a lot of the real shit happens like you're not expecting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not expecting it to
You're not
happen.
expecting like a fucking chair to like fly across the room or whatever. You know what I mean? Like so, like if it's very like. Obviously, a lot of the videos, it's like, okay, so you set up a camera and you actually got something. I mean, okay. But, a lot of the stuff, I think, is just like shit that, you may be around with your buddies and you might like see something and everybody sort of like knows and y'all like, oh shit, and y'all like bounce and nobody really talks about it because it was fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just don't say anything.
Yeah, people just don't say anything because they're like, yeah, that was, because nobody's gonna believe you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people don't get believed. Yeah, it's like, okay.
It's just one of those things that you remember amongst each other. You're like, yeah, it was fucked up.
I'm gonna play a video, a nice little video. It's about 10 minutes long. So that's actually the longest video I'm gonna play today because the other ones aren't that long. This is from the YouTuber Mr. Nightmare. I love Mr. Nightmare. If you ever have a chance, bro, look at his videos. They're amazing. This one is 6 scary paranormal clips, and obviously going into it, I'm like, oh, they're probably gonna be hella fake, but these ones were hella nice, dude. Not saying that they're real or anything, so you guys can be the judge of that one, but I'm gonna play it. So let's get into this.
This clip was taken by a Bangkok Airways pilot. The footage appears to show passengers towing their luggage through a connecting bridge towards the terminal of Phuket International Airport in southern Thailand. However, the bridge doesn't appear to be connected to a plane, leaving everyone to wonder where all the passengers were coming from. Some concluded that it may have just been the reflection from another bridge, while others still believe that they may have been the ghostly figures of dead passengers.
Yeah, see, it's not connected to anything. What did you think about that one?
It's weird.
I mean, I'm not saying it's really ghost. It could be just a reflection.
Yeah,
but
it's
just
a weird video.
The way that they're coming out hella fast, I was like, okay.
It's a weird video.
This footage was captured by a Redditor who works as a night shift security guard at a hospital.
I would never do that.
Yeah, fuck that.
He says the wheelchair was on the other side. On his second patrol, he found it moved to the other side. So he started recording, and this is what he caught on video.
See, he looked away. That once you look away, and see.
See, I fucking no.
Damn, that.
He said this was really the only time he'd ever experienced anything.
You could easily
like
fake
this.
that though.
I believe that one though.
That one, yeah, that one looked pretty freaky, dude.
I believe that one.
This next footage was captured by a homeowner's Nest camera, which is a camera designed to help homeowners monitor any suspicious activity around.
You're right. A lot of these could just be clothes.
In this case,
Sucks.
the owner continuously received messages from Nest saying it thinks it heard someone in the garage or that it detected motion.
Okay, so this thing only comes on when motion is detected. right? Is that what he just said? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Multiple
So,
strange occurrences happened through the span of a few hours, starting with a strange floating object near the center of the room.
Looks like an orb.
yeah. That's a little weird, bro.
Throughout the footage, many orbs can be seen flying.
Is it trying to
across the
play
room.
pool?
In numerous instances, the pinball machine and mat turns on by itself. The pool balls even seem to move on their own.
Yeah, because you could tell what's dust and what's not dust.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. There's the orb again. Okay, that's freaky, dude. If this is real, that's freaky, dude.
I'd be out. I would move immediately.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
This is the video captured by an Argentine security guard named Raul Arguello. Raul had ventured below the bleachers of the stadium he works at to investigate a dressing room door which had been repeatedly opening and closing seemingly on its
Oh,
own.
no.
He was filming on his mobile phone in hopes of catching the possible culprits on camera. However, when he opens the door, no one is there. Unbeknownst to him, however, he captures the brief moment a specter quickly passes along the benches, crossing the video frame from left to right and disappearing through the wall.
Bueno, ya son como las 11 de la noche y la tercera vez que estoy escuchando este ruido de mierda. No sé qué está pasando, pero lo quiero grabar ahora para que después me crea la gente, porque esto nunca me pasó.
He sounds like he's serious.
Y nada, lo quería grabar. ¿Qué sé yo? Estoy podrido, la concha de la lora. Tengo linterna para que empiece.
You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Dios. Puta que te parió. La puta que te parió. Concha de la lora. La concha de la lora. Pero como mierda puede ser que no haya nada hoy. Ya la tercera vez.
Wow. I think this one's real, dude.
It wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be investigating shit.
Yeah, dude. Y'all can bang down there as long as you want. I got a job to do.
I'd be out.
Nada.
I don't stick around.
Yeah, why do people... Oh, this is like something a white person would do.
I was thinking the same thing.
Dios.
Time to investigate.
Yeah, I ain't
hell
investigating
no,
shit.
bro.
Quiero ir.
He stated he didn't see the ghostly figure himself, and only noticed it hours later when he checked the video footage on his phone. A home renovator was hired to remodel and sell a home, and turned on his camera after suspecting there's a squatter in the house after hearing mysterious sounds coming from around the house.
Oh,
What he
man.
eventually finds is something he says he couldn't explain.
Doing this cabinet crown.
Yeah, so, like, again, right? Why would this guy fake this? He looks like he's doing construction and shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in here. Hello? Hello? Anybody here?
It's a big house, too.
Hello?
At least he has a nice camera.
Hello?
It's daytime too.
Hello?
Oh no.
Nigga, please.
Who is it?
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'm sorry, bro. This just looks fake, dude.
That looks fake.
Yeah.
But if it was real, if that is real,
This is probably the most best evidence of ghosts ever then.
yeah.
If this is real, this is the best ghost video I've ever seen then.
Yeah.
Apparently, the man didn't finish work on the house under the belief that there was a ghostly or demonic presence inside.
Why did he go back there? I wouldn't even have went back because he heard something the first time, remember?
Yeah.
And this is kind of like, I don't know if I mean, if that was me, I wouldn't have, fuck that camera.
Yeah.
How about that?
Same here, dude.
Airport security guard Francisco Hernandez, who was finishing up his shift, heard a mysterious noise coming from a seemingly empty plane at a Mexico City airport.
That's a nice looking
So he
airport.
went to investigate.
That is just a
No
fire
one did.
airport.
Fire.
He had to search the plane as part of the airline's protocol after hearing noises. And it's more than clear the plane was supposed to be empty.
A lot of these video quality is just hella suspect too. Mm-hmm. Like we're in 2019. Can you guys just get a real camera?
Yeah.
Like,
This definitely ain't no iPhone.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If this is real, which I'm assuming this is real, then I wouldn't want to be there. That's freaky, dude.
Why? I wouldn't be in no dark ass airplane.
No, mami.
Oh hell no.
As the man shines his light down the aisle, a dark figure peers around the corner at him twice. The second time it happens, he notices it, sending him running in fear.
Did you see how quick it popped back?
Yeah, that's.
No, mami.
So that last one, I don't know.
I don't know. Like all I can say is, if any of those were me, you would never see something run so fast. Like, you think Usain Bolt is fast? Like, watch Warren when he's scared. I have amazing pickup speed.
He like, I'm finna run.
I'm finna run real fast.
Thank you, Mr. Nightmare, for that video. It was an awesome video. If you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, he has awesome stories, man. He's a great storyteller, so that's no wonder he has like 4.7 million subscribers. This guy's lit. So the last one's so I want to get into the last one in particular, because that one was like the last two, actually, if those ones are real, they're probably the best evidence of ghosts ever.
Yeah.
Like, you could say, hey, okay, this is proof. But there was a couple on that video that we just watched, all of them. I think besides the first one, which I don't think you could fake that. You could, but like, why go through all that trouble? You're at an airport. The rest of them could easily be faked. Mm-hmm. The chair, the pool table. So, I mean, at the same time, we have to come at it with like a unbiased view. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that shit was really scary. I would not want to be in that situation, though. You're right. Like, if I'm there, hell no.
One is realistic to me. Like, you're working in a big ass hospital.
Yeah.
And you do like your work maintenance, or you know what I mean, and you're like cleaning up a hospital at night, you know, like, I think like a lot of time, like that's when people see stuff, and then of course nobody's around there. So, and most people don't, like, you don't know to have your phone out, so you're not gonna. And then most people don't believe them, and then, you know, like, I think there's a lot of stuff, you know, people in situations like that like are alone and see some shit and they're like, oh,
like hell no. So we're gonna get into haunted places, guys. There's a bunch in the United States, so we're not gonna go through all of them. Obviously, the Amityville Horror House is probably a really popular one.
Yeah.
There's a bunch. The White House is said to be haunted. I don't think I've ever lived in an actual haunted house. I mean, I've been in houses that had scary things, but I've never actually. But I do have a quick story to tell. I'll make it very quick. In Des Moines, there used to be this house. I think it was by 208th. Not right next to the marina. It's a very creepy house, dude. Very creepy house. It was an abandoned house that's like on the side of the road. When you go up to it, the windows were boarded. It vines everywhere, like trees.
abandoned.
Yeah, it looked really creepy. One night, me, Josh, and a couple of my friends, we went to go investigate it with the camera. We were so excited, dude. So when you go in, we go through the front door, like the whole house is just trashed. It's like dirty. There's holes in the floor. There's like a basement door. It's been abandoned, obviously. So like when we go upstairs, as we're ascending the stairs, there's like writing everywhere. Die, get out. Like, obvious, like. And for a second I was thinking like, damn, someone's just trolling us, like, And as you go upstairs, I heard a noise upstairs. So we all got hella scared and froze. I was like, dude, did you hear that? So, like, as soon as we get to the top of the stairs, we take a left. I look left, and there's, like, there's, like, this huge hallway. And there's, like, there's no doors on any of the doorways. So it's just, like, this dark hallway, and there's, like, at least 6 rooms with no doors, and everything's dark. So at this point, you're, like, having to guess which room that noise came from, right? So we heard the noise again. We all just ran, okay?
Yeah.
So we got hella scared, and then so the next day we were like, hey, we should go back, bro. Let's just stop being pussies. Let's just go back. So we go back.
At night?
Yeah, the second night we go again. The next night, we walk up to the door, and this time there's a couch in front of it, right? And at the window there's a picture of a little girl. So we were like, okay, this wasn't here the night before. So when we tried to open the door, we couldn't because there was a couch, and then the picture of the little girl. So we got hella scared. And I was like, what the hell, dude? Like, so we started to leave. And as we're leaving, there's this guy walking up the hill towards us. And he goes, hey, what were you guys doing in there? And I was like, oh, we were just trying to see if it was a scary house, whatever. We were teenagers. We were just trying to have fun. He's like, yeah, me and my friend are staying in there. And I thought he was joking. Or he said he knows someone that stays in there. I'm like, what do you mean you know somebody? He's like, yeah, he's a homeless guy. We stay in there right now. We're just chilling. Like, he was being hella weird. It was super weird, dude. He goes, yeah, you guys should come back in. I'll show you around. And there was like, I think it was like 3 of us this time. And he walks towards the house, like, yeah, come on, guys. And I'm like asking my friends and Josh, I'm like, hey, do you think we should go in? He's like, no, man, this sounds really sketchy. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go in. So he has the front door open, and like none of the lights in the house are on. And his hand comes out the door. He's like, come on, guys, you gonna come?
How did he get the door open?
He like moved the couch.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's like, come on, guys, like with his hand out the door. Like, you don't see his head, nothing. He's like, come on, my friend wants to meet you. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, guys, we got to make a decision right now, bro. We going in or not, dude? And yeah, it was creepy as fuck, dude. I'm getting chills just talking about it right now because I remember like I'm walking towards it, and then I stop, and I'm like, yeah, let's just get out of here. And I think that's the best decision I ever made, dude.
I think so too, for your booty, especially.
Something was about to go down, dude.
Something was about to go down.
Yeah.
I think he was about to take that booty.
He was about to wax me off, dude.
He was about to wax that ass, probably. He said,
Come here.
Come here, Andrew.
It was creepy, dude. It was like hella
That's
dark at night, too.
super creepy. Dark, and he said, well, my friend wants you to come meet me. Come meet him.
Yeah, dude. We go in there, it's like, get naked. No.
It's a good thing Justin wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have been like...
he's the common sense guy, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he'd have been like, he'd have been like, yeah, let's go in. He'd have been like...
The fuck, dude?
You fucking... You high?
This next video, guys, is about 7 haunted places in the United States. We're gonna play it, right? Like I said, there's a bunch across the world. We can't get into all of them, so here's a little quick video. Okay, this is in Flagstaff, Arizona. Oh, damn. This is the movie Stephen. Yep. I would love to go there one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Damn, that's creepy, dude. Damn, dude, what the hell?
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, the Lizzie Borden house. Oh my god, dude. Nah, that was never proven, was it?
I'm not sure.
I won't get.
She's crazy though.
I won't get into it right now, but yeah, the Lizzie Borden house. Like that story, I thought that it wasn't proven that she killed the house full of people.
I don't know.
Which is definitely scary as shit, by the way.
Can you imagine like a plantation?
That's probably hella haunted.
Yeah.
Just with all the
I mean,
deaths
if
and
I was a
murders and
slave,
stuff.
I would fucking
Haunt that shit.
I would haunt white people like crazy.
Hell.
I'm just playing. I'm just showing you.
Where do my keys go? Lauren's like,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trolling people and shit.
So
Nah,
what the concept of a haunted house is basically like, I mean, to my understanding, it's like what, spirits that can't go to heaven, or like that is trapped there, or
maybe some of them don't want to leave.
but that'd be weird if you had a choice.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, bro, heaven's lit up there. Nah.
Maybe
I'm good,
there's
dude.
some people that don't know that they're dead though.
Oh, that's scary too, dude.
Yeah.
Which means like, how do we know none of us are dead or no?
That's exactly right.
It's creepy as shit, dude.
It is.
With the last video I'm gonna play tonight is it's actually one of my favorite animated shorts. It's called The Midnight Snack, and it does have to do with ghost. There's a bunch of channels that I could tell you guys about, like Wayne Z Entertainment, Mort, the bunch of people who do animated stuff for like scary stuff, and they're actually really nice. So, but this one is from a guy named Let's Read. So if you guys haven't and you don't know about him, subscribe to his channel. He has some pretty good stuff on there. And this one is called The Midnight Snack. I like the way it's animated for some reason. Like you can feel the cold.
Mm-hmm.
There just happens to be a flashlight, huh? See, even if I was homeless, I don't know if I'd do this, dude. A whole goddamn empty apartment building?
Yeah, no.
Nah, dude.
It's like an abandoned project building.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, good for him. It was hella mad cold. That looked like Chicago cold, dude.
Yeah. Looks like a Chicago project too.
Hell no, dude. He's like, oh.
Hungry.
Sleep that shit off, boy. What do you think he's gonna do to it?
Oh no.
And he's sizzling it up, bro. There just happens to be plates and like pans. It's just like, I don't know. Damn, he's a real white person, bro. He didn't even season that shit.
Right?
Damn, he's slumped.
Looks like a vagina.
Yeah, I know. Oh, hell no. Oh, no.
Give me back my heart.
Some grudge shit.
Hell no. Fuck no, dude. Damn.
Come on, OG.
Damn. That's a nice little short, dude.
That was a nice little short.
I don't know what I would do. Honestly, if I'm in that situation, and like I guess I would sleep in that house if I'm homeless. But damn, dude, he didn't even season the heart.
Why did he eat that heart though?
He was probably just hella mad hungry, dude. I wouldn't have done that out of a wall heart too.
Yeah.
Like, jeez, man.
I'm not eating no heart I found out of a wall, bro.
I'd rather eat Burger King, dude.
Yeah, something.
So back to the ghost stories, man. I think I told you this before. My uncle Chuck, one night me and my cousin Josh were sick, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys a ghost story," and like, it was cool because it was like legit, like it was legit. How do I say this? He was like, it was like dark outside. It was like, you know, the typical thunder and rain and all that stuff, and he told me a story where it was like, you know, they used to live on the reservation, and him and my Aunt Michael, they were walking toward, I think they were like going to like some bowling alley or like
Your aunt's name was Michael?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. They're going to like this bowling alley type thing. So they have to walk down this long street, like a scenic route type thing, where it's like there's like street lights and everything. So he tells me and Josh, he's like, yeah, the dog, there's this like, so I guess on reservations, he said that like sometimes there's like a lot of packs of dogs that are like, they don't have owners. They just run in packs. I don't know if it's true. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comments. But he said one of the dogs had ran up to them and it was missing half its face. You know, just imagine sitting there like, okay, why does this dog have half a face? And then the dog just starts running off. I'm going home after I see that. So the fact that he kept walking, I'm like, okay, what, you know? And I think in a lot of cultures, that means that's like a bad thing to see.
Yeah.
So as they keep walking, the street lights start going out, like they start flickering, and then they just finally go out. And he goes, "Yeah, we stopped, we paused, we turned to our left, and there's like a fire going on this. I don't want to say a hill, but it was like a mound. The fire's going, and like he said, these people that were dressed in white were like kind of dancing around it, you know. I'm like, oh, what? At the time, I was like, what, like the KKK? Or he's like, no, they didn't look human. They just like ghost. Like the apparitions were white. Maybe the clothes weren't white, but the apparition was white. So he's like, we're staring at it. He's like, yeah, we couldn't stop staring at it. It was like one of those things where you're looking at it, you're drawn to it. He said that all the dancing stopped. That one of them turned around and pointed towards them, and they just chased them home. And he goes, as we're running home through the neighborhood and cutting through fences and shit, you could still see them behind us. And then as soon as we get to the front door, my mom lets us in. She opens the door and there's nothing there. To me, when I was a kid, that was one of the scariest shit I've like ever heard.
Yeah.
That like got to me and Josh when we were kids. I was like, really? Yeah, and like to this day, that's actually one of the coolest ghost stories I was ever told.
Does Josh remember that too, or was he too young?
No, he remembers that. I think at the time he was like 8 or 9 or something like that. I was gonna show you one of these real quick before we get off. Remember I was telling you about these guys who make like YouTube channels for like scary videos and stuff?
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, like Waynesy, there's Llama Arts, Mort, that type of stuff. But these ones, bro, I think you might relate to this one the most. So let me pull this up. This is from a girl. Her YouTube name is Thriller Teller.
A group of kids were playing on the bank.
Alright guys, so this is gonna be our last video for the night. It's by a girl named Thriller Teller. Like I said, if you guys haven't subscribed to her, go check her out. She makes awesome animated videos. This one's only 6 minutes long. I think you're gonna like this, bro, because me and you go through this. We have night terrors.
My name is Amber, and ever since my childhood, I've experienced sleep paralysis a lot more than the average person. And let's just say, it's one of the most unpleasant things you can experience. Since childhood, I've always had vivid hallucinations when I was experiencing sleep paralysis, and they've always scared me, even to this day. This story is one of the most terrifying things that have and ever will happen to me in my lifetime.
Do you like the way the animation looks?
Yeah.
It all started in late January. I had just moved into this new house in a small village.
I mean, it's not the best, but it still looks good for
I
the
think it
time.
looks
Yeah,
good.
she put
The house
good
was
time into
near
it.
a deep pond, and I got it for a good deal because it was supposedly haunted, and no one else wanted to purchase it. But I've never really believed in the paranormal or anything like that.
The
So I
paranormal.
just saw the good deal on a decent-sized house and took it.
I saw a tree ghost.
A few weeks after buying the house, a big snowstorm hit one night, causing the power to go out and stowing me in.
Even if it wasn't haunted, I don't know if I'd want to live on a thing like that.
So
Yeah.
I decided that I would head to bed early and get an early start in unloading boxes the next day. I hopped into bed, pulled my blankets over me, and fell asleep in the pitch black room.
Hell no, dude.
Tapping at my window.
So I'm gonna pause. So just so you guys get a little background, the reason I'm showing Warren this is because, you know, on one of our first podcasts we did, we talked about how me and you suffer from like night terrors and like you know. So when I first saw this video, I was in like the darkness of my room, just chilling with them. This fucking freaked me out, dude, because like I go through this.
Yeah.
So I could relate to it.
Well, that's unsettling.
Yeah.
I tried to get up but realized I couldn't move at all. Sleep paralysis took over my whole body. The strange boy kept staring at me.
He has wicked
Eyes were
gums.
pitch black as if he had no pupils. He had a wide, inhuman, devilish grin, and his teeth were huge. I was terrified.
First of all, why does she sleep with her window open? The blinds gotta be shut, bruh.
I kept telling my mind that it was just a hallucination, but it was a lot more vivid than any other hallucination that I had ever had. Then in a split second, he was gone. I calmed myself, thinking it's all going to be over soon now. My fears started to rise when I heard the noise of clanging in the kitchen. Did he break into my house? I was getting paranoid. I couldn't move. I strained my eyes to try to see the bedroom door through the darkness, and I could see something. A figure standing on the other side of my bedroom door.
A figure.
He slowly opened the door.
Fuck no, dude.
I could hear every footstep he made. He continued to creep towards my bed. and I could see his devilish grin from the corner of my eye. He just stood there for minutes, and it was lasting longer than any sleep paralysis I had ever experienced. I felt that I was about to die. I was just praying it would be over soon.
It's like the worst feeling ever, dude.
Yeah.
My prayers were answered, and I was finally able to move again. The boy was gone. The next morning, when I woke up, I felt something strange as I walked on the carpet. The carpet was soaking wet. And at that point, it hit me. Was it really a hallucination? Or did someone actually come into my room last night? I shared this incident with some of the neighbors, and it turns out there was a spooky story about the pond near my new house. Back in 1947, a group of kids were playing on the banks of the pond.
That's always a group of kids.
One boy accidentally tripped over a log and fell into the water. Before any of the other children could react, the boy sank beneath
Like on some Jason Voorhees shit.
Mm-hmm.
For a few moments, they waited for him to resurface, but there was no sign of him. Horrified, they ran back to the village to get help. Some local men came as fast as they could and dived into the pond, searching for the young boy. They were terrified by what they found. The boy was sitting on a rock at the very bottom of the pond. His arms were hanging down by his sides, and his body was swaying back and forth with the currents.
That's creepy as fuck.
His eyes were wide, and his mouth was hanging open, but he was dead in the water. The eerie sight sent shivers down the spines of the men who had dived in to save him. They were deeply disturbed and said it was such an unusual way to drown. It was as if the boy had calmly sat down on the rock and waited there to die.
Why would his body still be there if he's dead though? Like, why wouldn't it just float to the top?
Began to spread around the area. Many villagers believe that the ghost of the drowned boy lurked beneath the deep waters of the pond. They said that at night he would come to the surface cold, wet, and shivering. His icy hands clutching at unsuspecting victims and trying to pull them into his watery grave. According to the rumors, he was trapped in this world by accident, and the only way he could escape was to find someone else to take his place at the bottom of the pond.
No, looks like a Wi-Fi symbol going to his own.
As I mentioned before, I don't really believe in the paranormal, but that creeped the hell out of me. After that, I put my house up for sale as I am no longer able to sleep peacefully in this house. A strange, eerie feeling always keeps me restless. But unfortunately, so far, no one has come to view the house or made any offers.
Damn, so she can't even get it sold.
Damn.
That's creepy, dude.
It's good animation, though.
That's amazing animation. Like I said, guys, subscribe to her. She's awesome. There's just so many. I'm actually gonna show you some more after we're done with this podcast because there's some good ones, bro. If you're ever down to just like binge on YouTube one night, some awesome ones. Before we end the podcast, guys, have a safe Halloween. We have more episodes coming out this month, like Halloween, spooky related.
Yeah, this isn't it, man. This is just part one.
Make sure you guys, as kids, stay safe and you guys party safe. Any ghost stories you guys want us to hear, bro, put it in the comments, dude.
Yeah,
let us
absolutely
know.
Let us know. And we got some good content coming up next week, too, to sort of follow up on this episode. Like Andrew said, if anybody's out there partying, don't drink and drive, man. Call an Uber, man. Bro.
I'm not trying to have your ghost on the freeway, too, dog.
For real, bro.
You hear me?
You hear me?
If you guys like our videos, man, do us a favor. Hit the like button, share. The sharing is like probably the most important thing besides the watch time.
The most important thing, man.
You guys keep sharing our podcast, the more people will see it, the more people will subscribe. You know, because this is fun. I love doing this every week with this guy. So shout out to my boy Jo for, just
Jo on the can.
Yeah, hell yeah, you hear me? All right, guys, until next time.
Get the coupe, I'll be outside in the field. Apartment is in the hills, so I'll admire the view. I used to do this on the regular, that was prior to you. But tonight I ain't coming home, I decided, and that's the move.
You can talk that shit, 1, 2, baby, you can walk out